Greetings, everyone. We are live. How's it going? Welcome to Beyond Magog. Sorry, I had sugar earlier. So, my school is racist. Not gonna lie. Something terrible happened, and now everybody's talking about it on campus, and there's so much to absorb. And I wanted to go over the story. I thought it would actually make for a really good This Week in Stupid. Like if Sargon picked it up, it would be awesome, So anyway, am I live right now? Can everybody see me? Okay, yeah, good. My playback wasn't working. I just want to make sure I was good and loud and my mic was where I wanted it to be. So anyway, yeah. So there's a situation at the school, and I wanted to go over it. But before I do, I want to make sure everybody kind of comes in and my audience shows up. So I'll go to the chat real quick and say hi to everybody. Melissa's in the chat, Incandescent01. Thrax, what's up, guys? Justin, what's up, brother? Hey, Justin, been a long time, man. Not much, man. Just been busy with school. I've got 2 more weeks, though. So I got next week is the last week of actual classes, and the week after that is finals week. So, and I think I only have to go up there 2 days of that week for finals because 2 of my other classes don't have finals. So really, I got less than 2 weeks because today's Friday. Next week is it. Next week is my last week of 5 days a week classes. After that, it's just I got to go up for 2 finals. Reverend Satan, Fat Andy. What's up, Magog? What's up, Fat Andy? That's a great name. Just Fat Andy. Like you wear it like a badge of honor. You're like, I'm Fat Andy. It sounds like a mobster name. Like, right? Like, go over and see Fat Andy. He'll hook you up with what you need, man. John Dufresne, good luck to you. Thank you. How goes it, Magog? Benjamin the Feared is in the chat, everybody. Benjamin the Feared. I don't know what makes him the feared, but. So anyway, I've talked a lot about school and where I'm at. And given that I'm about to get out of school, I don't mind telling you guys where I'm going to school. You already know I'm in Arkansas. So I go to University of Arkansas, Little Rock, UALR. And man, I've already told stories of some of the shit I've got to put up with up there. Some of the points of views and stuff are just really like cringy, right? From both teachers and students. And this stream is by far not any kind of like, I'm not trying to hate on my university and give them bad press or anything, but they are in damage control right now. And it's a little ridiculous because something happened. A racist thing happened on campus, everybody. A racist thing. And they've got to shut it down. They've got to make sure that racist shit doesn't happen on our campus anymore. So I'm about to read you guys the story. It got reported on in the Arkansas Times, I think. Yeah, Arkansas Times by David Ramsey. Follow him on Twitter. He seems like a pretty legit reporter. And, oh boy, like the shit they're talking about. Okay, I'm just going to read it since now I've got a good amount of viewers, 60 people watching right now. Thanks for coming by. I'm gonna go over this thing. I've sent it to Sargon. I've sent it to Monday Matt. I've sent it to a couple other people in case they want to do video on it or Sargon wants to add it to This Week in Stupid. But the basic thing is some students that were part of the Greek organizations, sororities and fraternities, somebody pulled out their phone and recorded a little something and then put it up on Facebook. And now the school is all like damage control. There's like, today there was like some diversity training or whatever at the library if students wanted to go. There's like a protest. I talked to a student in one of my classes this morning who's a member of the fraternity, and he was told not to talk to the media because I asked him, I was like, you want to come on a stream and talk about this? You know, the people in the video have gotten death threats, have gotten physical violence threatened against them. And all they did, you know what, I'm just going to read the story. Let me screen share real quick so that you guys can see the story too, so you know it's legit. Share screen. Do I have to present? Yeah, present to everyone. Okay, there we go. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. You should be able to see me. Yeah, I'm doing my thing. All right, here's the article. UA Little Rock responds to racially insensitive incident involving video fraternity and sorority. Basically, they're on a bus. I guess they're on their way to some event or something, right? And you guys can't hear the sound, and it's literally 13 seconds long. And all these kids are doing, you can see the video playing, all these kids are doing is singing along to a rap song that they like, right? Look at them dancing and stuff. Well, unfortunately, that rap song had the N-word in it, like a lot of rap songs do. So here's the story written by David Ramsey of Arkansas Times. UA Little Rock posted a statement on Facebook today from Chancellor Andrew Rogerson about what it described as a racially insensitive incident last weekend. Over the weekend, there was a racially insensitive incident involving individuals within two Greek organizations at UA Little Rock. The students were singing a rap song that was recorded in a video that contained offensive lyrics. Let that sink in. This is not a video of students going, you know, like, kill black people, burn a cross. This is not Charlottesville. This is not fucking, is it Charlottesville or was it just Charlotte? Whatever. It's not fucking neo-Nazis marching with tiki torches. That's my point, right? This was a bunch of stupid teenagers singing along to a rap song, but they're white. Okay. The brief video seen above was originally uploaded to Facebook this morning by a candidate for Student Government Association president, according to a report by the DG. It shows members of Chi Omega sorority and Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity singing along to the song Freaky Friday, a dreadful collaboration by the white rapper Lil Dicky and the black R&B singer Chris Brown. The white students repeatedly shout along to the N-word. Rogerson stated that the university has begun the investigation of the incident and contacted the national chapters of the fraternity and sorority to initiate their own investigations. We are reviewing the behavior in relation to our code of student conduct for any possible violations, and will take appropriate steps as outlined in the student handbook, he said in the statement. In the interim, the organizations have been restricted in their participation in campus programs and activities. Now, I talked to a member of this fraternity this morning who wishes to remain anonymous right now, but he's in one of my classes, and he said that they were going to try to talk publicly about this and try to clear things up. And today, the time they scheduled their talk, somebody scheduled a protest. And so the school said, stand down, don't do the talk. So basically they self-censored in order not to be there at the same time as a protest. And this is happening at my school. Like, this is my school that I go to every day right now. All right. We are reviewing the behavior of the code of conduct. All that stuff is happening. I'm going to see if I can explain, and this is the writer, David Ramsey, talking. I'm going to see if I can explain Freaky Friday without descending into a postmodern hellscape. That sentence right there is the reason why I like David Ramsey right there. Whoever this reporter is, I'd love to talk to him. The premise of the song is that Lil Dicky and Chris Brown have magically switched bodies, like in various forgettable movies, such as, well, Freaky Friday. Brown sings in the character of Lil Dicky in Chris Brown's body, and Dicky raps in the character of Brown in Dicky's body. Just watch the damn video. The bit that has landed the UALR students in hot water is that when the character of Little Dicky is transported to Brown's body, he gets excited about the fact that he can say the N-word. And so he, voiced by Brown, sings the word over and over again. So it sounds like this song is like a Freaky Friday thing where a white and black rapper switch roles. They're in each other's bodies. And so the white guy's in a black body now, and so he gets excited. He's like, I can say the N-word. Yay! I guess it's some sort of joke or insider thing. I don't know. The gag in that bit in the song is that white people are really itching for permission to use the racially charged slur. The finale to our postmodern hellscape, in which white students sing along to a black singer pretending to be a white rapper inhabiting the body of a black singer, is that white fraternity and sorority members in the U of A Little Rock video do indeed seem very enthusiastic about shouting the word nigga over and over again. Only they haven't been transported to Chris Brown's body. They're partying on a bus, repeatedly shouting out a racial slur. The Virginia Tech women's lacrosse team made headlines doing precisely the same thing last month, posting a video of themselves on a bus giddily shouting along to the same bit in the song. The university is taking this situation very seriously because it violates every principle for which we stand, Rogerson said in his statement. And here is the full statement. I'm going to read it for you guys. And this is the cancer. I mean, this is the overreaction to a bunch of dumb kids rapping, right? Like singing along to a rap song. Or don't get me wrong. Maybe they shouldn't have been saying that damn word. You know, like maybe that's just the lesson we all have to learn. I don't know. Personally, I don't care what fucking words people use. But the overreaction of the school, like we have to control this situation. This is the insanity that academia has become, even in my state, even in Arkansas. University response to racially insensitive incident. And this is the official statement from the school's, diversity office or whatever. Over the weekend, there was a racially insensitive incident involving individuals within two Greek organizations at UA Little Rock. The students were singing a rap song that was recorded in a video that contained offensive lyrics. The University of Arkansas at Little Rock values diversity and inclusion as an important part of our campus community. There is no place for racial discrimination at UA Little Rock. What discrimination? Like, yeah, they were saying the N-word, but they were singing along to a rap song that they liked. This was not a KKK meeting, okay? This was not the Klan getting together. This was a bunch of teenagers who probably grew up liking rap. See, that's the thing. Black people made it cool to say the N-word because of rap. Rap is popular. Rap is popular even amongst white people. You're going to have fans that are willing to rap and sing along to your songs. The University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Upon learning about the incident, the university took immediate steps to begin investigation of the incident and contacted the respective national fraternity and sorority headquarters for their own investigations. We are reviewing the behavior in relation to our code of student conduct for any possible violations and will take appropriate steps as outlined in the student handbook. That's the quote from above. On Friday morning, staff and administrators from a number of university offices will be available to talk with concerned students in the Anderson Institute on Race and Ethnicity. Yes, we have an Anderson Institute on Race and Ethnicity at our college. The university is taking this situation very seriously because it violates every principle for which we stand. Duly noted, UALR, you're not allowed to sing out loud to a rap song. You can like the rap song and you can sing it in your head, but you can't sing it out loud. So fucking shame on you, students, for singing a rap song out loud. Fucking shame on you. White students, black students can sing out loud all they want. As noted above, we have invited students to drop into the Anderson Institute on Race and Ethnicity on the second floor of the Oppenheimer Library tomorrow morning, April 20th, that's today, from 9 a.m. to noon, to talk with campus representatives who will be available to listen to their concerns. So they've enacted a safe space at the library. Additional steps the university will be taking include the following: expand efforts of the Diversity Council. A form on the Diversity Council website is available to submit concerns. Increase student programming on cultural competencies. Increase student programming. Let that sink. Increase student programming. Now, they might just mean we need to enact more programs that students can, attend if they so choose. But the way they worded that, it's straight up just like, we need to program our students on cultural competencies a lot better. Initiate an immediate search for a director of a new Office of Multicultural Student Support Services. So because of this incident, they are now creating a whole new office and hiring a director of that office called the Office of Multicultural Student Support Services. Now here's the final part by Andrew Rogerson. Okay, this is the cherry on top of this fucking letter. In times of such hostility, we have the opportunity to engage in an open and honest dialogue. Sincerely, Chancellor Andrew Rogerson. Wow. Just wow. Oh, man. I read that and I just knew that when I got off of class today, I had to come home and stream. Like, I know you guys couldn't hear the audio because I didn't really feel like pulling up all the sound programs and OBS and all that stuff. I wanted it just to be a quick thing, okay? But it's a 13-second video. You guys can look it up. You can link it. You can find the link. Just type in UALR racist and it'll probably come up on Google. But it's just 13 seconds of that one song. Like, whoever that student is that pulled out their phone and decided to record, they're the ones that are like, they're the ones who made this a thing. Nobody would have known about it if nobody had pulled out the phone and recorded 13 seconds of a bunch of white students with the song blaring and they're enthusiastically dancing and saying the N-word over and over again. Because that's the part of the song. I'm sure there's probably a lot more to that video. It's probably them dancing and singing enthusiastically through the whole song. But that one little clip is just that 13 seconds of them going, nigga, 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 nigga. Like, that's the part that's out there, It doesn't matter that these students love rap, even though they're white. And because, they're young and they're fucking in a fraternity and sororities. And that they were probably on that bus singing to all kinds of songs and dancing and getting amped up because they were on their way to a fucking party or some sort of dance or some sort of social event for the sororities and fraternities. So yeah, that's, I mean, that's literally what happened, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to my little rant on that. Incandescent 01, how's everything going? Is school done yet? 2 more weeks, bro. 2 more weeks. Not even. Next week is my last full week. After that, I got 2 days of finals. Magog is the man. I mean the wizard. Thank you, says Zen Master Me. And I've got another one, Incandescent 01. Here's my view. If you're singing along with a song, the artist is responsible for what you're singing. Don't blow it out of proportion. Yeah, I mean, some people like said it reminds me of that scene from Office Space. Like, Michael Bolton is like in his car and he's stuck in traffic, but he loves rap, even though he's like a white guy. And so he's like listening to rap really loud, but then he notices like some black dudes in a car pull up next to him at the stoplight, and he reaches over real slow and like turns the music down and like stops being enthusiastic. Like, cause he like, that's instantly like, oh shit, that's what it kind of reminds me of. And then I have another super chat from Hey Dude says, I think I'm going to make a video on this article. Go right ahead, man. We have found the blue falcon of that fraternity. Yeah. So according to the person I talked to this morning, who is a member of the fraternity, has already told me that the people that can be identified in that video, the young lady that was dancing and a couple of the other students sitting down, have already received harmful threats on social media. And the school is contacted the actual national chapters to do their own investigation. So they're going to be investigated by their own fraternity and sororities, national people. And as a response, the U of A is also going to launch an investigation, as well as create like an all new position for director of like multicultural diversity at the school. And they're hosting protests, and their offices are open to anybody who is concerned. And it's like, Jesus, it's a 13-second video of stupid kids. I could understand it if it was like actual neo-Nazis on campus doing the Hitler salute and burning a fucking cross and saying all brown people should die. Like, I would be totally for getting those people out of there. As long as, you know, it's done safely. I mean, because people still have a right to say what they want. But that's not what we're even talking about. This is literally just a bunch of kids singing to a rap song. But the rap song happened to have N-word in it. Ridiculous. Charles Fowler says, Magog is not the man. He is your Lord. Respect. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a little overkill, Toxoplasma gondii. I mean, it really is. I mean, it just, like, when I showed up for class this morning, there was a couple people in the class that were just like, are we going to be the next on the news? Like, is this going to go national? Is it going to go viral? Like, we hope not. We don't want cameras everywhere and stuff like that. I don't know if it will or not, because Arkansas is pretty off the map. You know, I think that 3 days from now, nobody's going to care. But, yep. So everything has been made available. If you need to talk, if you need to share your feelings, all that good stuff is happening on the campus right now. Yay. And what I don't understand is, even if this was offensive and you as the school were like, okay, we have to acknowledge that this was offensive. We have to let the students protest. We have to let the students have their voice and voice whether or not they think it's a big deal or not. You can do that at the school without overdoing it and being like, we're so sorry, Black people. We're going to create an office of diversity. We're going to create a new position of director of multiculturalism on our university. Like, we're doing everything to stay out of the national spotlight. Just let us do whatever we need to do. Forgive us. And yet these students that were in the video are getting death threats. They're getting physical harm threats. But they're the bad guys. Now, are those students racist? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know them personally, so for all I know, somebody on that bus could have been an actual racist. I don't fucking know. But I don't see this video as proof of racism. I see it as proof of stupidity. You know, I personally don't really care much for rap music. Some of it's okay. You know, I listen to some of it. I'm not completely closed-minded, but it's not my favorite. And honestly, it just looked like a bunch of young people, you know, they don't have their heads on straight. You know, they're in college, they're away from their parents for the first time, and they're part of a fraternity and sorority. They're going to do stupid shit. They're going to drink. They're going to say stupid shit. They're going to fucking pull out their phones and fucking record shit and put it on social media because they think it's cool. And then it's going to have a completely opposite effect. Hey, dude says, is your dean the CEO of Starbucks? LOL. I would almost agree with that sentiment if he actually like closed down the school campus for a whole day to do like diversity training, but he didn't quite do that. I don't think the presidents of the school quite did that, Bjorn the Viking is here. What's up, Bjorn the Viking? And Rum Mug, what's up? So anyway, yeah, I didn't know if anybody. I really didn't have anything else to talk about. I just wanted to stream that real quick. I just wanted to talk a minute about that. Like, I think it's insane. What do you people think? Let's read the chat. Let's see what you guys have to say. Yup. Twitter. Do you have a cold? Yes, I'm getting over another cold, but it's a lot better today. Thank you. Thank you for asking. How long till school's over now, my lord? Free press. Next week's the last full week of class. And after that, I've got 2 days of finals. So a week and a half. Then I'm going to hit the ground running. Some shit's going to get crazy. Some shit's going to get fucking crazy. I'm going to be doing videos a lot, more live shows. We're going to start SideQuest back up, all kinds of shit. Because I'm done with school, man, completely. Like, YouTube will literally be my life after this week and a half. So thank you all for being patient. Yeah, I can't believe. I can't believe there's all kinds of shit like that going. Matt Jarbo, Monday Matt. If anybody doesn't know his real name, I'm sure you do, but he just tweeted me a picture of balls in a ball pit that say the ball says official ball pit of Kilroy 2018. I guess they got a ball pit. All right. I went ahead and sent Hey Dude a link. He wanted to pop on. Oh, I don't want to be missing some super. So did I miss one? Nope. Okay. Reverend Satan, I say again, much like proving intent in law, intent should be proven where racism is concerned. If there is no racist intent, it is not racist. Okay, who just came on with like loud noises? Oh, hey, Matt.
Hey, hold on. It's not working. I'm going to relog back in.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, well, it's not working on my end.
Okay.
It's telling me I can't join the call, but I'm obviously in the call.
Yeah, I think your phone's just fucking up a little bit. Because I can hear you just fine. I mean, we can hear some background noises.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can kind of hear you a little bit.
Oh.
Says who? Who?
All the girls.
Oh, yeah, no, they're great. My best asset. Hold on.
Oh.
Sorry, we're getting burritos right now, so.
Well, don't hop on a stream, man.
Well, I didn't quite know what you were doing. I'm trying to get it to work. It's fucking loud, and I can't even log off, so I have to shut down my goddamn phone and restart it.
Yeah, well,
So I'm gonna do that, and I'll find a quieter place and come back in for a minute.
All right, man.
All right.
I thought to myself, how's an N supposed to borrow a French fry? What? What are you on about, Jason? Why would you join when you're not ready? Yeah, that's a good point. He saw a link and couldn't say no. That's what social media does, man. It's an addiction. Just couldn't say no to that link. Couldn't say no to that link. So anyway, yeah, well, what does one do in a brothel? So Anyway, I'm not trying to like make this story go like super national and stuff, but I did send it to Sargon and Monday Matt because I'm like, if they want to add it to This Week in Stupid or do a video on it, I think it's just a really ridiculous like situation. I mean, one could argue that maybe those students shouldn't have said the N-word. They shouldn't have been singing along to a song like that and being all enthusiastic and saying the N-word over and over and over again. You can make that argument, and I can understand that. My problem is with the reaction of the school and the people. We're talking about death threats, protests. We're talking about like them creating all new like multicultural programs just because of this one incident. And it's not even that big of an incident. Like I said, I can understand if someone was burning a fucking cross on campus or something, but this was a bunch of dumb teenagers singing along to a rap song. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do. Like, why is this a thing? Incandescent 01. So 2 weeks, and I finally get the nemesis I deserve. A nemesis that will be as capable as he is entertaining. Yeah, let's hope so.
And Matt's gone again.
Yep. He had to shut down his phone completely. What's up, hey, dude?
Not much. I'm at the HEB distribution center in San Antonio waiting to get unloaded.
Well, that's fun.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, there's Matt. Matt's
Hey, how's it going?
It's going okay. Just we're getting some lunch right now, so I'm kind of kicking it, and this thing is going all sorts of crazy.
Oh, it sounds a lot better though, because now the background stuff is gone.
Yeah, well, there's that, and I'm not outside on a busy street.
Well, I don't want to take away from your lunch too. Like you sent me a message with the ball pit picture, so I thought you might be free. So I just threw you a link. I'm streaming right now, and I just read the letter that my school sent out. It was all in the news because of the racial incident. And what it is, I don't know if did you see the article that I sent you?
No, because I saw you sent it to me, and we were jumping right in the car to go get some lunch or like breakfast or whatever. Right. And so yeah, that's some fucking crazy shit, man.
Well, like, this is my school. Like, this is literally the school I go to. I woke up this morning and my school is in the news because a 13-second long video made it to Facebook of a bunch of students from sorority and fraternity on campus were on a bus going to a party or something, and they were singing along to a rap song. And the rap song had the N-word in it, but these students were white.
Oh. Well, that's clearly a no-no.
Right. Now, one could argue that maybe these students shouldn't have been saying nigga, 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 nigga at that part of that song, right? All dancing.
Well, I mean, what was the song? Like, I don't.
It's Freaky Friday by like fucking. I don't know the rapper's name. Chris Brown and some white rapper. It's basically a rap song where like the black rapper and the white rapper switch bodies. So the white rapper is the black, you know, and stuff like that. So I guess that's the point of the video. You got to watch the video. I was just reading the article, and the guy who wrote the article summed up what the song was about. And because the white rapper is now in a black body, i.e. Chris Brown's body, there's a part of the song where he's like, I'm in a black body. I'm going to say nigga, 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 all I want, you know? And that's the part that the students were singing along to that was caught on film. Now,
oh, Jesus.
That got put up on social media, and now the school, now, like I said, one could argue that maybe a bunch of white students shouldn't have been dancing all enthusiastically, going nigga, 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 right? But this was not like a cross burning at our school. This was not like neo-Nazis marching with tiki torches. This was a bunch of dumb kids rapping along to a song that they like, but they're white. So no. But my problem is the reaction of the school. The letter that they released, they're now going to create like a new position called the Director of Multiculturalism at our school.
I can see it's crap like that and crap like what Starbucks is doing after those two guys got arrested for trespassing. That's what's causing all this problem and what's making people think that they can cry racism whenever something like this happens, because they go and cater to whoever cried about it as if they were automatically right just because the word racism was used.
Right. Like,
well, people also pandering and people give into it. No one ever wants to question it. You know, like my girlfriend and I literally got into a fight over the Starbucks incident because I tried explaining it to her that They were asked to leave. They refused to leave. The cops were like, look, we don't want to arrest you, but we're going to if you don't leave because we have to. And then that's what happened.
Right. Oh, you should have seen that letter. I can't wait for you to actually read the article because the very end of it, that letter is bad. Like that letter, like that chancellor of my school, he's straight up like, in this time of hostility, we have to have discord. Like it's fucking cringy, man.
All right. Well, because I check into my room at the resort in the next couple hours, and then I can get refreshed, and then I might do a couple videos tonight before Repsion gets here.
Yeah, I just threw it at you in case you wanted to do something on it. Now, obviously, this is my school here in Arkansas, so I wanted to talk about it, but it's not exactly made national headlines. And
it made national headlines because I did hear about it. I just didn't know the specifics of what you're talking about until you started talking about it. But I did read headlines about it this morning. So yes, it is getting itself around.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little insane. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about the response. And I'll go ahead. I know you're going to read it later, but I'm going to go ahead and read you this letter real quick, Matt.
Okay.
Over the weekend, there was a racially insensitive incident involving individuals within 2 Greek organizations at UA Little Rock. The students were singing a rap song that was recorded in a video that contained offensive lyrics. Oh, God, a rap song that contains offensive lyrics. I've never heard of that. Like, the University of Arkansas at Little Rock values diversity and inclusion as an important part of our campus community. There is no place for racial discrimination at UA Little Rock. Upon learning about the incident, the university took immediate steps to begin investigation of the incident and contacted the respective national fraternity and sorority headquarters for their own investigations. We are reviewing the behavior in relation to our code of student conduct for any possible violations and will take appropriate steps as outlined in the student handbook. In the interim, the organizations have been restricted in their participation in campus programs and activities. On Friday morning, staff and administrators from a number of university offices will be available to talk with the concerned students in the Anderson Institute on Race and Ethnicity. The university is taking this situation very seriously because it violates every principle for which we stand. As noted above, we have invited students to drop into the Anderson Institute on Race and Ethnicity on the 2nd floor of Ottenheimer Library tomorrow morning from April 20th to 9 a.m. to noon to talk with campus representatives who will be available to listen to their concerns. Additional steps the university will be taking include the following. Listen to this stuff very carefully, Matt. Expand efforts of the Diversity Council. A form on the Diversity Council website is available to submit concerns. Increase student programming on cultural competencies. And initiate an immediate search for a director of the new Office of Multicultural Student Support Services. In times of
am I the only one that thinks these new branches that come out of this stuff is very similar to how we got, like, Department of Homeland Security after 9/11.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just like that, let's look for any opportunity we can to increase governmental oversight in these college campuses.
Right?
Bunch of fucking idiot kids singing. How many times have, you sat there and sung along at a rap song and the N-word drops and you sing it along, right? Like, it's just, no one, I don't think anyone really cares. No. The only thing I guarantee, the people who care about this are probably other white people that are just like, you're giving us a bad name.
Right.
Stop it. Stop doing what I do all the time.
Let me finish the letter. Okay. This is the last line. In times of such hostility, we have the opportunity to engage in an open and honest dialogue. Sincerely, Chancellor Andrew Rogerson.
Nothing about that is honest or open. Nothing. It was honest to walk up and go, why do you care? Why do you care? Why do you care? That's an honest question. Well, I don't want there to be anyone to feel like they've been excluded. I don't think anyone's feeling excluded who is sing along that song. Yep. Right? I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Here's a super chat from Paramomo. If a bunch of black students sang along with cracker, 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 no one would say crap. It wouldn't even make the news. That's probably true.
It wouldn't make the news.
Incandescent 01 says the Starbucks thing was racism, selective rule enforcement, where the rule was not being enforced on anyone else. It tends to scream racism to me.
but we don't know that.
Yeah, we have no idea like how many people this manager has prior kicked out for not buying anything.
Well, Ben Shapiro got someone on there who said that they go there a lot and that the manager was basically an SJW. But then again, like the wording that was used and what I read was like a lot of pejoratives that I don't necessarily entirely trust that, because it was like, oh, totally back there screaming about like, male privilege to one of the employees. I don't know. But it's like, if you listen to the 911 recording, right? It's like 2 seconds long, and it's just like, hey, these guys are here. They won't leave. Can you come? And they're like, okay, fine. And then you listen further because there was more calls to dispatch from the officers that arrived. And they said, oh, we need they asked for a supervisor, right? Which is why they need a secondary unit to show up, which is why there are so many cops. So it's like, oh, okay. So they called for secondary, they called for supervisor, and then that's what led with them being arrested at the end. That's why they had smirks on their face. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Right. Another super chat says, Magog, please go to this. Please film this. Please post this.
I concur. But they're messaging me right now. They're motioning. I got my lunch is ready. So
well, have fun. Thanks for dropping in for a minute.
Yeah, no, it's I'll be around later on tonight. I'm in Arizona all weekend. Free speech event. Check it out. KilroyEvent.com.
Well, have fun, man, and I'll check in with you later. I'll see if you're live. If I'm awake when you go live, I'll be watching.
All right, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.
Later, dude.
Later. But you know what this reminded me of a minute ago?
What's that?
Do you remember that movie White Chicks?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but do you remember the part where they're dressed up as the white chicks and they're with the other chicks that these girls were friends with, and they're driving along. They start playing that pop song. The black guys in disguise get frustrated with it, so they change the radio to a rap song that has the N-word a bunch of times. They start singing to it, but since they're in disguise, the girls are freaking out like, you can't say that word.
Right.
And then they're just like, but nobody's around. So all the girls start singing and saying it while they're driving down the road.
Right. And that was like a joke, old ass movie before all this stuff really kicked off, like it's just like there's an insanity to all this, in my opinion, like there is a general insanity to like the overaction. Like, I don't also agree that people are getting fucking death threats and shit, like people have been identified in that video, and they'll probably have to leave the fucking school because of this.
Yeah, that's freaking ridiculous. They were probably just screwing around and having fun. I mean, me and my brothers have done that. Me and my friends have done that. Hell, we used to, back when I was living in Ohio, we worked at a plastic factory. There was this one black kid. He came in. I remember this kid came in, and he was, during lunch one time, he was telling us this story about working at a place where an old school racist guy kind of was his boss. Now, I don't think he was outright trying to be racist. He was just kind of like did a lot of jokes and stuff like that. Like, for example, he said one time the boss was buying everybody lunch. He asked this kid what he wanted. He said a burger and a Gatorade or something like that, but the boss comes back with a chicken sandwich and grape Kool-Aid.
Oh, man.
And funny part was, my buddy who was listening to this story, he even mimics the old racist guy. He's like, yeah, the guy probably just got this store, and he's just like, I'm going to get the nigger a chicken sandwich and Kool-Aid because it'll be funny because he's a nigger. And the guy just sat there and laughed.
Yeah,
the guy sat there and laughed. He understood that it was a joke.
There is also genuine racism out there. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I had a friend of mine who was black, and he delivered for, I don't want to say the name of the company, but he delivered for like a drink company. He would go to convenience stores all around the state and fill up the fridges with the drinks, right? That was his job. He drove a fucking truck that had the drinks in the back, and he would even have to deliver to some of these like convenience stores out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Like these little fucking towns that only have like 30 people in them, right?
Yeah, but no, I live in one.
Yeah, and he pulled up to a convenience store, and there was this old white man who was like 90 years old. Definitely come from a different time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was there like to deliver the drinks, and he wasn't the usual guy on that route. Somebody called in sick, so he had to take up the slack. And so he goes in there and he's like, hey, I got your drinks. I'm going to go fill up the Pepsi fridge or whatever company it was. And the old white guy was just like, all right, and was just all eyeballing him the whole time. So he filled up the drinks, and then he came up with like the shit to fill out and then collect the money. And so he gave the old guy paperwork, and the guy like filled out the paperwork and was still like eyeballing him because he's black, right? And then he's like, all right, I need the money. And he's like, I'll send it to the company. And he was like, no, sir, we have to collect the money now for the previous, month. And it's like, that's part of my job. Like, I have a secure bag and everything like that to put the money in, and then we both sign it, and then I leave. And the white guy was like, your boss trusts you with the money?
Oh my God, what the fuck?
And my friend who's black knew that the old man gave the other guy money all the fucking time. It was part of the deal. Like, but he was a white guy that had the usual route. So he knew that the black guy was like, is your boss white? Like, does he trust you with his money? Like, that was the whole fucking, and he was just like, that racist old cracker. Like, but even my friend who's black didn't get that overly offended. He was like, this is some old guy who's probably going to fucking die in the next couple of years. Right. Like, I'm not even going to raise a stink about this, So he had to call the company and be like, this guy won't give us the money, and had to give the old guy the fucking phone. And the boss had to be like, pay us, bitch, or we'll come pull our fridges, like, and finally the old guy like signed the money over or whatever. And he's like, you have yourself a nice day, sir. And the old timer was like, yeah, you too, nigger. like, but that's just like, don't get me wrong. There is genuine racism out there. This incident is not genuine racism. This is a bunch of dumb kids singing along to a fucking rap song. Like, what's next? Are there going to be articles written in fucking Vice or whatever that say, white people shouldn't like rap anymore? Like, that just shouldn't even be a fucking thing. Like,
well, they've come close. I mean, they were bitching a few weeks ago about Bruno Mars being a cultural appropriator because he mixes several genres that were started by black folks, even though he gives credit to these people.
Yep.
And they misrepresent the idea of cultural appropriation because they act like it means that we're not allowed to be influenced by any culture ever if we weren't already a part of it. But no, actual cultural appropriation is when you are mocking them in order to be actually racist or something like that.
Right. Excuse me. But anything can be cultural appropriation these days. I mean, the fact that Bruno Mars is being accused of cultural appropriation, that dude ain't white.
Yeah, he's actually like mixed.
He's like mixed
Hispanic
race
and stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't think he's black, like fully black, but he's not just he's not Irish, he's not Polish. That's for damn sure. He's either got a mix of black and white or a mix of like black and Latino or something. Like, you can tell from his skin color and the type of hair he has and everything. But Jesus, how are you going to walk up to somebody like Bruno Mars and be like, you're culture appropriating our music? And it's like, what? Like, what should I be doing? Like, he plays the music he enjoys playing.
I actually thought this would be funny too. I was thinking about this earlier with your letter. Did you see that video of Hotet Jesus going into Starbucks and getting free coffee by saying?
Oh, that shit.
I was thinking next he should go into the enrollment office at your university and be like, hey, I heard y'all was racist. Can I get free tuition?
Right. Oh man, I wanted to go to like the library after class today and see if there was anything actually going on there. But by the time I got out of class, because the university officers that were there to like listen to people were only there from like 9 in the morning till noon. And I got out of class at 11 and I was like, man, I don't have the time. By the time I actually like drop off my bag in my car and then get to the library, it'll probably only be like the last 30 minutes of whatever's going on there, So
I need to ask Weibo Jones about that because she had gone to one at her school too, something similar to this, some kind of diversity training. I think she actually had a meeting. I don't remember if somebody wrote "kill niggers" in the bathroom or if they just wrote the N-word in the bathroom, but it was just graffiti in the bathroom stall, and they had a big meltdown about it. They called the police. They had a racial diversity training class that she went to just for the laughs. I need to ask her how that went because I didn't see any tweets after that after she went there.
Right. Oh man, it is a little bit of a crazy situation. I'd love to talk more about it with other people. I might hop on some other streams later, just to hear everybody's kind of opinion on this. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this just because it's my school. I think if it happened at another school and it came across my desk, I'd still want to talk about it because it is a weird. It's kind of an iffy situation too, because personally, I find it really cringy when like white people sing along to rap music and say the N-word. Just as doesn't look right, I guess, or something. Maybe that's just me. So I get why people are offended. I get it. I don't personally agree with why they're offended. Like I wouldn't let it bother me if I was black or Mexican or whatever. I wouldn't care what race I was. I wouldn't be offended by that shit because I don't offend easy, period. But I do kind of get why people are like, oh my God, bunch of white people saying the N-word on fucking camera, and they go to our school. Damage control, damage control, damage control. But the school's probably not going to do anything about like the death threats these people have gotten, or the fact that some of their students are now under investigation, not only by them, but by their fucking fraternity and sororities, right? Like there's going to be multiple investigations. There's like a new office of multiculturalism fucking created. Like why such a massive like response? And I think it's because of everything that's going on in academia around the country. When a college has an incident like this, they instantly are like, we don't want to be the next Berkeley. We don't want to be the next Evergreen State. Like we've got to get this under control and do everything we can to placate ourselves to the ones that are angry about this situation.
Which I can kind of understand that, but I personally think they're doing it wrong. By catering to people that get offended all the time, they're just turning them into victims that are going to continuously get offended by shit because it gets them free shit.
Yeah, it's a perpetually offended culture we live in. Perpetually offended by everything.
Yeah, like we need to go back to the time where if you got offended, we just told you tough shit.
Dork Oracle says, oh my God, imagine the racist stories here in Australia. I have so many. I bet. That's the thing. When there's like a huge, like overwhelming authoritarian push to end racism, more racism ends up happening. Like, even if it's not real racism, even if it's just like people pushing back because they're being told they're not allowed to say a certain thing or like a certain thing, then instead of just complying, they go around saying it. Like people like to be edgelords, man. People like to be rebellious against systems of authority. It's almost fucking natural, especially with young teenagers. Like young people are rebels by fucking nature. They rebel against their parents. They rebel against their teachers. They rebel against the fucking government. That's why so many of them become fucking activists,
Exactly. Like, hell, even one of my favorite posts one time, I saw somebody, they made a really dumb gay joke on Facebook. And there were people in the comments that were getting all offended by it. My favorite, there was one guy, there's one person that acted like the original poster was all homophobic and stuff because they posted this. This guy gets in there, he's like, bitch, my brother is gay and he makes gay jokes that are 100 times more offensive than this.
I say jokes that are really offensive. Here's my thing. Like this video got posted to Facebook and the school is now like, we're investigating these students. We're going to fix this. We're going to create a director of multiculturalism. And they don't realize that there is like literally an internet shitlord who dresses like a wizard going to their fucking school. If they watched my videos, this video would look fucking tame. Like if they watched my videos, they would get fucking offended. Like really offended. I'm so glad nobody's gone up to UALR and been like, you guys are getting all butthurt over this fucking video of kids singing along to rap, and you have no idea that Magog and Morskar goes here.
I've always wondered about that. If you've ever come across even one person that was just like, "Oh, hey, I saw you on YouTube. You're the guy that dresses like a wizard."
Yep. But I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Wikipedia snippet. I'm not a grand wizard from the KKK. I'm a cool wizard from another realm.
Oh my god. Did you see? I think it's Everpedia. Did you see that Everpedia thing that was written on Drunken Uncle?
Nope.
Oh my god, you got to see this shit. He posted it on Twitter a few months ago when they found it. It was basically like a Wikipedia thing, but it described that he's an anti-SJW YouTuber, and it describes him briefly, like his avatar and stuff, and then it goes on to say that he is anti-LGBT, anti-trans, which makes us wonder what the T in LGBT stands for now, and pro-white. And then there's one for Irate Bear. I don't remember all of what it said, but it mentioned that he is openly bisexual and openly biracial.
Oh, well.
Because apparently being openly biracial is a thing now.
Yeah, I can understand the openly bisexual thing because he is, but how do you be openly biracial? You can just simply be like, look at my skin color, bitch. Like, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Maybe
like, that's not one you can exactly come out of the closet for. Everybody can see you.
Well, maybe that's the difference between race and ethnicity, though. Like, race is purely based on, like, arbitrary physical things. Like skin color, hair color, eye color. You know, Irish people have red hair, green eyes. That's a stereotype, but it's true. Right? Like, a lot of Irish people have that fucking... Irish and Scottish people have fucking red hair, you know, and green eyes. That's race. That's race. Ethnicity is like, this is your bloodline. Like, these are all your people in your ancestry going all the way back and all that stuff. And you can't always tell that from physical things. Like, I have a little, like, even though most, like, my family did one of those Ancestry.com tests where you swab the mouth and send it in and they'll do your DNA or whatever. Man, it came back for pretty much mostly what we expected: Scandinavian, English, and Irish. You know, like, it's all white, right? But there's like a 0.5% from Spain. You know, and it's like there's just that little bit of Spain. You can't tell that looking at me, but I guess I got like a tiny little percentage of Spanish in me, you know, probably because the Vikings raided all of fucking Europe, and those are the people I come from, you know, so who knows, right? But
yeah, I need to get the list from my brother. All I know is we had a long freaking list. It was most of Europe, honestly. The most predominant one I can remember is German.
Right. Well, you know, maybe you should do the test, see where you come from.
That's the thing. He did the test for a college course he was doing where they were checking into everybody's background and stuff like that. So he basically got it for free.
Oh, that's cool. So anyway, it's been about an hour, and I just wanted to report on this. I wasn't actually going to stream forever and ever. I didn't have much else to say except to report on this little incident and then see what comes of it later on. Maybe I'll get on some other streams, talk about it. Maybe I'll stream with some more people later or something. I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens. But I just find it to be kind of interesting because this stuff has always been happening at other colleges and stuff. And even though I've had some stories like the cry wall and the fucking teacher that canceled class after Trump was elected, you know, I've had all those stories. But this is like the first one where it's like a massive pushback from the university itself. Like, they're creating all new multicultural fucking divisions in their office and all that kind of stuff, you know? So I just found it really interesting that it's also so close to home. It's not clear across the country in California. It's like right here. It's at my school that something stupid like this happened. Like, should the kids have been fucking doing that? We can argue that if you want. Like, yes, no, maybe. I personally am a freedom of speech person. If kids want to sing along to a rap song that fucking enjoy, more power to you, personally. And you know, and everything, but the pushback is what's crazy. Like, some of these students, I guarantee, are probably either going to be removed or they're going to have to move because they're getting such hate right now. and death threats and physical violence and things like that. There are going to be protests now. There's going to be fucking things created on campus to damp down, racial hatred and hostility and bring in multiculturalism and stuff. And it's just like, you did all of this for a 13-second video of a bunch of fucking kids rapping along to a video. Like, wow.
Not gonna lie, if this stuff doesn't stop, I'm afraid we're going to get to the point where we're like Scotland and we're locking a guy up for almost a year potentially for a 3-minute video where he's trolling his girlfriend.
Yep, exactly. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. It's been an hour. I just want to report on that. I hope everybody had fun listening to me read that letter and comment on it. And we had Matt on for a second so I could explain it to him, see if he found it to be bullshit like I did. And thanks, Hey Dude, for dropping in, man.
Not a problem. Check out my channel, everybody. I'm criminally undersubbed.
Yeah, everybody go check out Hey Dude 77. You can put your link in the chat if you have it on hand, man.
I'm not going to do it. I would, but I can't. I'm on my phone, and it's hard to get out of Hangouts and go back in there because then it's going to take forever for me to get back into the Hangout to exit the call whenever we're done.
Right on. Well, it's all right. Hopefully some people check you out, and thanks everybody for coming by, and we'll catch you later. Magog out.